we are going to do a card reading to uncover the reason you are experiencing twin flame separation and how we can solve that problem. Whenever you come across this card reading, it's the time for you to hear it, because there's some piece of it that is going to resonate with you, right? And whatever does resonate with you, you can take that piece and integrate it, and the blocks that are being pointed out that are causing the twin flame separation, you can actually heal it, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. My name is Susie. I am a certified twin flame ascension coach, and I'm looking forward to reading for you today and kind of uncovering what's getting in the way of your union right now. So let's start off with these first few cards talking about why we are experiencing separation. So the first block we're going to look at causing twin flame separation is represented by the King of Swords. This card is going to point to the fact that maybe you are overthinking this a little bit. You might be an overthinker, someone who's in their head, someone who goes into their head and into their logic without even thinking about it. The way to your twin flame is going to be through your heart, right? Through your presence. Something that I experienced on my journey was I wasn't even aware that I was such an overthinker until I started really doing the spiritual work on my journey. And I realized like how in my head I was, right? How I kind of analyzed my twin flame or my journey from every different angle, trying to figure out, note the word figure out, right? How to get into union. And if this is resonating with you, like this is definitely for you to look at, right? You need to be willing to be in your heart and in your feelings, because that's where the real like resolution and the real healing is going to take place. This card could also represent the fact that you are kind of manifesting. This is especially for divine feminines, but it can go for divine masculines too. But you might be manifesting your twin flame as like emotionally detached or unattached from you. Like that's how you're experiencing your twin flame, as someone who doesn't really have an actual emotional attachment to you. And this can come from some like early kind of childhood father wounding and not really having a strong masculine figure who represented and like communicated care to you, right? And so because that's a relationship you're kind of used to having, is this lack of emotional attachment, right? Like kind of lack of emotional presence and care. That's what you're experiencing with your twin flame, right? You're just kind of replaying the same song on the CD. Not that anyone really uses CDs anymore, but you get what I'm saying. You're replaying the same song over and over again just because that's kind of the loop you're in. And so that's going to be the area that requires some attention and healing, right? So our Ten of Pentacles card is going to point to the second thing that's coming up and kind of blocking your union or resulting in separation, right? And this is communicating to me that there are some like blocks you have with receiving your desires, like having what you desire and having abundance in your life. And that might sound like it's not super correlated to your twin flame union, but it is. Like your abundance is it's like your ability to like receive and be in the flow of the divine and of your good and of your most natural state. And to not feel abundant, to feel like you can't receive from the universe, whether it's love or financial support or, you know, healthy like social connections and relationships, to feel like lack, right? Lack is not natural. Lack is not divine. Lack is not a place where your union is going to thrive. So in that place where you have a lack mentality, or you feel like something is just impossible for you to have or receive, you really need to change that mindset, because that is not helpful for you to have. And it's, you know, if you feel like you can't receive love and support, like that's going to make it kind of challenging to be in a physical space and physical union with your twin flame for a prolonged period of time, let alone permanently, right? So it's important to resolve these things. This can also point to, like, I'm just kind of, I don't know, this isn't necessarily the Ten of Pentacles signification, but I'm just kind of picking up on this, that there's some like family issues too. Like maybe you feel there's some like attachments or like emotional wounding resulting like from your family, from your childhood, that is preventing you from exploring deeper intimacy and deeper, like, healthier relationships with your twin flame. And so it's really important for you to also look at your family dynamics and like kind of have some spiritual hygiene there and make sure that it is healthy for you, right? If you have like unresolved wounds, especially with your mother or father, like and even generational wounding too, like that's all entwined with your twin flame journey, because your twin flame is one with you. So anything that doesn't feel good in your life, right, is impacting your union. So it's important to bring love to those areas in your life that don't feel good. But again, this card is specifically pointing to like healing any lack mentality and coming into alignment with abundance, right? And also looking at your family and any wounding you have with your mother and father and generations before them, and just kind of surrendering to healing that, right? Like you can't bypass it, you can't ignore it, you can't just kind of pretend it will get better by itself. Like you have to make a conscious decision to acknowledge it and to heal it, even if it feels like yucky to go to that place, right? And if it does feel yucky to go to that place, and it probably does if we're going to be realistic about it, like separation consciousness like does not feel good, right? So when we heal it, like going to that place probably doesn't feel super fun. And just know, like, there is support and there is a way to heal it, and that is called the mirror exercise, which I do have a video on, and you can find it on my channel. And also, like, I can coach you through that. Like, we can get together in a session, and that's what I do, is I coach people through their twin flame blocks, right? So you don't have to do this alone. The people who are most successful on this journey do not do this alone. They are abundant. Look at that card. They are abundant in their support, right? So you kind of need to allow yourself to be humble and receive the support that the universe has put directly in front of you here, okay? So our next card is going to be the Fool. The Fool is going to point to trust and faith on your journey. It is like your persistence is so important on the twin flame journey. In fact, the only way you can be unsuccessful on your twin flame journey is to give up, right? If you but only persist in love, you will be successful. However, if you don't really trust the work you're doing, if you don't have a lot of faith, that is going to be a major block to you persisting and to you like being able to attract all the love and all of the good that is for you with your twin flame. Your faith is your fortune, right? Like that's something that we talk about in Twin Flame Ascension School, which is also like really key to aligning your vibration to your permanent union, your permanent harmonious union. Your faith is your fortune, right? So with great faith comes great fortune on your journey. And if you don't really trust the process, it's important to look at why and heal that block. And again, I recommend you supporting yourself with the help of a coach to heal that block, because it can be kind of sticky there. Like why you have a block with trusting the divine, trusting the process, trusting your inner work, trusting yourself, trusting your twin flame, right? You have to have faith here, and it's with like great like leaps of faith, that's what I'm trying to say, not fate, faith, that you can really see great progress on your journey. You have to be willing to close all other doors. Like, when I say close all other doors, like close any back doors where you can like sneak out of this journey, or like oh, like I don't have to be with my twin flame if he does this, right? Close those other doors and commit, right? Like have the energy of faith and enough faith to commit and heal this and see it all the way through. But again, like if you don't have that, that's going to make it very hard for you, right? And with this faith and with this trust, like you can really let joy enter your heart about this journey, and you can really have some peace, and it just, it speeds up the whole process for you. So really surrender to that. And again, I highly recommend you get the help of a coach, because without my coach, I would be like in, I don't know, 0.0 on my twin flame journey. Like it'd be very hard to move forward through the difficult blocks, right? And don't underestimate the power of your twin flame journey. Like this is rapid ascension that you're doing with your twin flame. Your permanent union with your twin flame is a path of ascension. And so, respect that for what it is, and respect that you are learning here, and have faith that you can learn this and you can be successful in this process. But again, to do that, you have to be willing to, feel your feelings, right? And also like claim your abundance here, like be willing to be supported, right? Trust in the process. And that's going to bring us to the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is just a great card to have to top off this reading. In regards to the Four of Wands in relation to being like a block, right? Like a kind of a cause of separation. What this card is telling you, because it looks very joyous and it is a very joyous card, but it's telling you that you have to surrender to joy and success on your journey, essentially. A lot of people get really like dour and sour. I don't know why I chose to rhyme. Dour and sour about their twin flame journey, and they feel like it's just impossible, and they can't move forward, or my twin flame is with someone else, so nothing's gonna work out, or my twin flame's not talking to me, so everything stinks. And it's just like, no. Like those things really are they're just a result of a spiritual block to love. And if you but only like surrender to healing it and have faith, right, in the process of love and the mirror exercise and the teachings of union, being able to heal all of these things, like you will experience like massive success on your journey. But it's really through your faith and through your surrender and your willingness to feel your feelings and be supported, right, that you can experience this great joy. So I highly recommend just like meditating on the fact that you are destined for success, right? You need to change your mindset from, I'm picking up on like victimhood on this twin flame journey. Like you're a victim of the twin flame journey. You're not, okay? On some level, you accepted this, and that's why you're here. So, sorry, that's how it works. But yeah, you release like victimhood of the twin flame journey, and like embrace the fact that this is a great gift, and you are meant for massive transformation and massive success. And sometimes the act of transformation itself feels uncomfortable, and you have to heal really uncomfortable things like communication blocks with your twin flame, or attachments to other people, or deep emotional wounding you have between the two of you. But all is possible with love, right? And you're calling in great love into your life, and with that love comes great joy and success and peace, and just like an abundant expansion of all that is, right? So you have to accept that that is the way. And when you accept that that is the way, you become magnetic to success, and you become magnetic to your twin flame, which I'm sure is what all of you want who are listening to this video. Like, you want to be magnetic to your twin flame. You don't want to be, nobody wants to be with this person who's all upset about their spiritual journey, right? Like, that's not fun. You need to have fun here, right? And again, so let's just recap, right? You got to feel your feelings on this journey. You need to get out of your head. Your brain is very intelligent. It's great for certain things like math problems and, strategy puzzles, but this is not that, right? Your twin flame journey is dictated by the heart's intelligence, right? So you need to surrender to your heart and be willing to be there, and be like value yourself here, like value your heart and your soul, and don't accept people who are unwilling to have a real relationship with you, right? And then you gotta claim your abundance, right? Like, people have a lot of upsets around like support and money and receiving love and those types of things, and you have to go there, right? And where you have lack consciousness, you have to heal it, because that is not in alignment with your harmonious twin flame union, and it's going to make it really hard for you to receive support if you have abundance upsets, right? And there's a wide variety of resources and coaches that are really high quality that can help you at an affordable rate, like mine included, right? But even with me, there's still other coaches besides me affiliated with the teachings of union that have a piece that might be perfect for you, right? And so then that's going to lead into you having total faith on this journey, right? You need to really root out any lack of faith and lack of trust and release doubt and be willing to just surrender to the process, right? And then surrender to your success as well. Like, that is what you are destined to have. And unless you believe that, you're not really going to see the full manifestation of it. You have to believe in yourself and believe in love and believe in your union and believe in your success in order to have it. Okay. So again, this is a timeless reading. You can come back to it at any point. Please take what resonates, and whatever doesn't is just not for you. If you are, super ready to claim your support on your journey, or if you are curious about support on your journey, you can look below and see how to book a consultation with me, and I'd love to get to know you a little bit and see what we can do to help you. Again, my name is Susie, and I will see you next time.